You are parts of the whole, and you are all there together to assist and benefit those around you, so that one of you may, for example, go through an experience that teaches another, or that you may go through an experience that teaches someone else. Or it may be bigger than that. There may be some experiences in the world where everybody is affected, and all that occurs then becomes the way of teaching at a bigger, broader level as a group or as a society. So by raising yourself up, by learning, by shifting up, you then benefit the whole at a small level, and the whole is benefited when all of you are giving and sharing with each other. The experiences you have, the learning that you have, parallels those around you. If you were to see others around you, you would notice that each of you are working on similar concepts at similar levels, and that each one of you has a piece or an element that can benefit the other. So frequent conversations with each other, sharing and working at the level that the goddess was talking about is very important to you. The level which is the level of love, the level of care, the level that fills and substantiates you. Those kinds of conversations are helpful, because at that point then everyone is being lifted. If someone is not at that level and they are at a lower level, then they can be pulled up or remain where they are, depending on what it is that their soul is involved in at that moment. So it is helpful, it is encouraged for you to share what happens with you, but to also allow people to be on their path so that they can learn at the level that they want to and with the experiences that they have. Goddess. Going back to this idea of learning ideas and concepts, you can learn from listening, obviously. This is a path that you can take, and this type of dialogue, this type of interaction is very key and an accelerated form of learning. In addition to that, you have the experiences, the things that show up. You have the friends, the associations, all those kinds of things that flow around you. Even the information that comes to you is carefully designed to help you to be able to see things differently and to take the next step, next level. When you get on the path, when you decide that you want to be able to tap into the ideas of the universe, to be able to dig in deeper, then this process of thinking, observing, and dialoguing is a very key element to accelerating the way that you work with this. God. Every time that you have an impulse, every time you have a query, a question, every time that you wonder about something, you can, at that moment, plug in with us, plug into the ideas, into the intelligence, and get some kind of response on it. You have to step into ideas and concepts, and initially the response will be at a rather broad or coarse level. But over time, you can fine-tune those queries. As you learn more, you can ask more detailed questions about more specific concepts, and you can dig in, you can bore down into that area so that you can begin to explore further. Many of you have a feeling of being lost or a feeling of forlornness because you don't feel like you have the answers. Things don't come to you as quickly or as easily as you think they should, or as maybe other people have. So it is important for you to shift from that place, which in effect blocks and shuts down the possibilities of you learning and conceiving, and you step into a new space, which is that of optimism, that when you make the query, when you ask the question, that there will always be something there. When you do that, it opens up some great possibilities for yourself, because what you have at that moment then is a new way of thinking, a new opening. Perhaps the door is just barely open, but that is the opening that you need to be able to step into and to delve into a new concept or a new idea. Every time you have this question, every time you have a sense of wonder, every time you have a problem or a concern that's showing up for you, that is when is a good time for you to be very quiet, to go inside and step into this world of the dialogue. The dialogue is one similar to what you're observing right now, which is the dialogue of the divine. It's the dialogue of learning. It's the dialogue of sourcing the best ideas, the best concepts, the ideas that will accelerate, uplift, that will propel you into some new places. You will know if you are connecting with the intelligence because of what's happening in your body. If you feel strong, if you feel capable, if you feel motivated, if you feel loved, then you will know of a surety as to who it is you're communicating with. If you feel other things less than that, then you will know that you are not quite at that pinnacle of conversation, or that you are listening to your own thoughts that are pulling you down or dragging you into another place. You can always know when you are in that highest space because of what happens to your body, of how you feel and your sensations about yourself. You'll also notice a kind of a transition. You'll notice a transition from where you were and place of dragging, the place of low energy, to another sensation where it is you move. Now, you can observe this in this video and other videos, because you'll see this transition occur where you are enlivened, you're energized, and you feel more cared for, more loved. Those are the kinds of results or outcomes that you can expect and look forward to as a result of connecting and making a query. This is very, very cool stuff. Thank you. It's just exactly what I was looking for. So what I got from this is that there are many elements to being able to connect with you. There are many kinds of results or outcomes that occur once that happens. There are even many, many different ways of or places that I can come from to speak with you. I may be low, I may be high. Depending on where I am and my ability to be able to sense you, my ability to be able to listen, my ability to be able to converse, and probably ability to ask good questions, that will determine as to how high I can go, or how deep, whatever you prefer. You both have given me some very, very insightful and interesting concepts for me to look at. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to think about these things, and I'm also going to pursue developing curriculum ideas for people so that I can teach them to have this connection. Because I'm very confident that once they do, their lives will change remarkably for the better, and that they will have this transformation that has been so visible in many people in the past lives. But I want to have it happening now, today, and I want to have it happen for you and everyone around us. Thank you for your information. Thank you for the great insights as always.